Hello, John Trout again, for all you backyard orchardists, hobbyists, gardeners, anyone really with crabapple trees. I planted a line of crabapple trees on my property, going down the roadway. And in this line there are probably, I don't know, 40 crabapple trees. And I had envisioned this roadway being covered in white blossoms in the springtime, and it really hasn't worked out. They don't all bloom at the same time. Some of them don't bloom much at all. Wildlife love them. But by midsummer, a lot of them are covered in the scab. Tent caterpillars have them covered. And I thought, why not convert a few of them over to good eating apple varieties? Can you hear the bobwhite quail? Isn't that wonderful? We've got a few left. And as you can see, I've made a little habitat for them here. This was a farm field. 5 years ago, it was a cornfield. Maybe a video for another day, but anyway, I've taken some of these crabapple trees and butchered them, stuck in some cyanwood with rind grafts and cleft grafts. This variety is Liberty. It's a variety that's largely spray-free in the springtime for a lot of the problems, the fungus problems, scab and cedar apple rust. It's somewhat resistant to fire blight, powdery mildew. Still going to have insects in your apples. You've got to spray for that. But you can see the grafts have taken nicely. And I am thrilled and always surprised when that happens. Every other tree is going to come out on the 10-foot spacing. This is really vigorous rootstock, and I figure these trees being 20 feet apart in the future will do us all well. This is another variety, or it's Liberty. More grafts. I've left a nurse branch on there. And there. Everything's alive. This one's certainly not growing as much as the last one. Liberty again. Of all of the, well, what they term spray-free trees, Liberty is probably my favorite. I don't think there is any tree that's spray-free because Liberty, despite fighting some of the problems apple trees have with their foliage, you can't fight insects, and so you still have to help them out on that. But it's a good apple. It's a rind graft, cleft graft. You can see the cleft in there. Everything is growing so far. I couldn't have 100% take. There's no way. That can't happen. This variety here I ordered through the mail. Sandow. And it was put in about a week after the Liberties. But you can see we've got bud break on here. That's good. It doesn't mean we're in the clear or out of the forest, so to speak, but it's better than dead. And maybe later on in the summer I can come back down here with the camera, let you see how these trees are doing. And here is all the grafting. I've actually taken this one, and this one will come out in the future. It's one of those in-betweeners, but it was a small tree and I could do a quick tongue and groove graft, and so I did. That variety's, well, I don't recall which one that one was. But I've got a little work ahead of me next year. Not a problem though. So anyway, those of you who have that scabby old crabapple tree in the front yard that you're tired of looking at, get you a sharp saw next spring. Get you some good apple cyanwood. Some of our friends on YouTube have put out some great videos on grafting. Learn from them. Get a knife and be careful. and graft your tree over. You'll enjoy apples in 3 years. Thank you for watching.